guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to continue discussing skin changes in perimenopause. So to make it easy to understand, I want you to know that perimenopause can start very early. However, we don't talk enough about all the changes that are happening in a female's body. And because of that, a lot of times I see that clients don't understand that they're having the symptoms, but they cannot put two and two together to really understand what is happening in their body and with their skin. So the common perimenopausal signs of skin changing are very simple. If you used to be oily and then all of a sudden you're becoming drier, that's definitely sign number one. If you used to never break out and now you are having occasional hormonal breakouts, that's definitely a sign number two. If you're experiencing some dullness and seeing some fine lines and a loss of elasticity and firmness, that's also very good sign number three that you can't ignore. And of course, there are other subtle signs that you can see, but sometimes we just can't pinpoint it. Sometimes it's as simple as my skin doesn't feel as good as it used to feel. And this is all the effects of hormonal changes, the hormonal imbalance. So anytime a woman is ovulating, there's a hormonal change. Every time a woman is going through a period, there's a hormonal change. Every time a young girl goes through a puberty, there's a change. Every time a woman gets pregnant, there is a change. Postpartum, there's a change. Breastfeeding, there's a change. And then perimenopause, it's a very long period of time that it's not discussed enough to really understand what are all these different signs you can see and not really understand why this is happening. And then we have the final stage, the menopause. And in menopause, there's a lot of different factors that affect our skin as we are maturing into, final stages of our life. We don't need to suffer from any of those issues because there is a solution for absolutely any skin irregularities that you might have or changes that you might have. The first thing is always that you need to recognize that something is happening. So when you see the signs that things are changing, you have to take a deep dive into what have you changed as far as your diet, as far as your supplements intake. Did you start using new products for maybe hair, for the body? You have to take into consideration everything. And once you have an idea that maybe it is something from that or it's not, then you have to continue to research what could it be. And if you're seeing the changes in the body, other changes, not just skin changes, then you can, slowly identify what are my issues. And skin issues are the most common issues that women experience because the way we look is the way we feel. We always want to look good, we want to look vibrant, we want to look hydrated, we want to look glowing, we don't want to look tired, we don't want to have dark circles under the eyes, we don't want to look dry, we don't want to have dull skin, we don't want to feel like it's not firm and it's just tight and it doesn't feel right. So we don't want to feel that. And as soon as you see the changes are happening, you have to identify what that is. The best thing is to always just kind of put everything down, what you're using, what you have changed. If you started a new diet, you have to really think about everything there's affecting the body, outside, inside, because the skin, always remember, it's the largest organ. So anything that you're doing is going to affect your skin first. It's your shield for everything, and it's just speaking from what is happening internally that is showing out externally. So we have to always make sure we understand what we changed and what we can control in order to get the answers that we need. Of course, if you have an esthetician, it's best that you go and consult and, she can help you guide through the steps, how you can identify what it is, what it's not. But you as a person in your own body know the best what has changed, what did you contribute or what you didn't contribute. Another big sign that things are changing hormonally is pigmentation. Pigmentation can come out of nowhere, can slowly build up, can come in different parts of our lives. It can be dormant, but it's a very big sign of hormonal changes. Might be perimenopause, might be, postpartum, it might be pregnancy, it might be using birth control, it might be hormonal therapy. There's a lot of different things that can affect pigmentation. So I personally don't believe in just stripping down the pigmentation and just superficially try to treat it. I like to look at it as what has happened to you and why did you start getting more pigmentation. Pigmentation is always the result of your liver toxicity. So you need to understand that liver is the filter for your body, and when something's not working properly in your liver, many times that's where the pigmentation source is originated. However, it's not the problem with the liver, it's usually a hormonal imbalance, hormonal change, anything in that regard. So that's another thing that you can't leave out of the equation when skin start changing. So to sum it all up is really take a look when you see the changes, reevaluate what you're doing, what you're not doing, what you could contribute and to do better, and go from there. And that's how you get little answers, and never be satisfied with just saying, oh yeah, it's a hormonal change. There's always a solution for all skin issues that you might have. You don't need to suffer. You can be always confident in your skin, look great, glowing, healthy, hydrated. There's a lot of products that you can use that will help you radiate who you are from the outside, from the inside. If you need more help, you can always schedule a virtual appointment with us. But the first thing I always like to tell my clients is to look, what are you doing? How are you contributing to what is happening? If you found this video informative, please click like and subscribe so you can be notified when the new video is out.